Good evening, I'm Dylan Price.
And I'm Madison Schmidt. Thanks for joining us for this Center County Report election update. It's 9 o'clock and results are coming in tonight as the polls have been closed for an hour. Vote counting is underway at county election offices statewide. In Bellefonte, the Center County Election Office was evacuated tonight after police say someone sent a bomb threat by email. People have now been allowed back inside. More on that story soon. Across Pennsylvania today, voters cast their ballots in person at polling places. This video is from State College. Millions more mailed in their ballots ahead of Election Day. Turnout has been described as heavy in many areas, with key races on the ballot, from President to U.S. House and Senate and more.
And we do have results coming in, so let's take a look at early returns so far in the 11 races we're following tonight. At the top of the ballot is the presidential race. Vice President Kamala Harris faces former President Donald Trump in what's been a very bitter and divisive battle. Both candidates have focused heavily on swing state Pennsylvania. So far, Harris leads with 68% of the vote to Trump's 31%, with 15% of precincts reporting. In the Pennsylvania U.S. Senate race, Democrat Bob Casey is running for re-election, seeking his fourth term. On the Republican side is challenger Dave McCormick from Allegheny County. He lost a Senate primary race 2 years ago and currently trails 30% to Casey's 68%.
Now let's take a look at some statewide offices in Harrisburg that are on the ballot tonight. In the state attorney general race, Democrat Eugene DePasquale and Republican Dave Sunday are facing off. DePasquale served as Auditor General in the past, and Sunday was York County's district attorney. So far, DePasquale is ahead by 65% of the votes to Dave Sunday's 33%. For State Auditor General, incumbent Tim DeFore, a Republican, is seeking a second term. His opponent is Democrat Malcolm Kenyatta. Kenyatta is from Philadelphia and has served as a state representative since 2019. DeFore is the first Black Auditor General in state history. So far, Kenyatta leads with 64% of the votes to DeFore's 34%, with 15% of the precincts reporting.
Turning to the state treasurer race, Democrat Eric McClelland battles incumbent Republican Stacey Garrity. Garrity was first elected in 2020 and is looking for a second term. So far, the incumbent trails 34% to McClelland's 65%. Voters are also deciding a key congressional race in central Pennsylvania tonight. The 15th district covers much of northern central Pennsylvania, including Center County. Longtime incumbent Glenn Thompson hopes to win the same seat again. He's from Bellefonte and has been in Congress since 2008. Democrat Zach Womer is his challenger. He was the first person in his family to earn a college degree. So far, the incumbent Thompson leads 66% to Womer's 34%.
Now let's turn to the state races, beginning with the Pennsylvania Senate and the 25th District. That includes parts of Center County, plus Clinton, Cameron, Jefferson, Elk Potter, and McKean counties. Republican Chris Dush seeks re-election after his first term. He's running against Democrat William McGill in this election. So far, Dush leads the vote with 60% ahead of William McGill's 40%. Now to the 35th Senate District, which includes parts of Center, Cambria, and Clearfield counties. Only Republican incumbent Wayne Langerholk from Cambria County is on the ballot. He's been in office since 2016. Before that, he was an assistant district attorney in Cambria County and a township supervisor. So far, he is the projected winner of the 35th Senatorial District.
Now let's move to the state House races in central PA tonight. First is the 77th District that includes part of Center County, including the State College and Port Matilda areas. Incumbent Democrat Scott Conklin from Rush Township aims to win re-election here. He's finishing his 18th year in office. Republican Marie Labrizzi from Ferguson Township is trying to unseat him. No update on that race right now. Moving now to the 82nd District that includes part of Center County north to the Snowshoe area. Democrat Paul Takak from College Township is going for re-election. Republican Therese Holland from Benner Township is his opponent. Still no update on their race as well. And finally, we look at the 171st District, which includes part of eastern Center County and down to the Lewistown area. Incumbent Kerry Benninghoff is running unopposed for re-election. He's held the office since 1996, and we can project as of right now, he is the winner.
Let's check in now with reporter Ethan Ellis on breaking news we've been following tonight. He's live in Bellefonte at the Center County Government's Willow Bank building. Ethan, what's the latest?
Good evening, Dylan and Madison. I'm outside of the Willow Bank building where election workers were just allowed inside after a bomb threat was emailed to the elections office. Now I'm told that ballot counting machines and all ballots were under a lock and there was no chance of interference while we were outside for about an hour. And now, as you can see behind me, cars are starting to come in with the ballots from all over Centre County for them to be counted. All counting has resumed here, and officials have told us that it is all clear.
Thanks, Ethan. All eyes are certainly on Pennsylvania tonight. It's an important swing state that might just be the deciding state for whoever wins the presidency.
Pennsylvania is not only a key swing state in the presidential race, but some experts say PA could hold the key to the whole election.
But Pennsylvania, you have to stand up and you have to tell Kamala that you've had enough.
Trump not showing up, refused to be a part of a CNN debate, and clearly his staff has been saying he's exhausted, and the sad part about that is he's trying to be president of the United States.
Both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris targeted the state heavily in recent weeks. Recent polling has both candidates within just a few points of each other in the margin of error. Trump campaigned in State College at a late October rally.
We're going to end the looting and the pillaging of Pennsylvania. We will bring back our manufacturing jobs, our energy jobs, our coal jobs, our steel jobs, and we're going to bring back our dreams.
Kamala Harris has appeared across the state, including in Philadelphia.
The vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And I think that the American people deserve to have a president who is grounded in what is common sense, what is practical, and what is in the best interest of the people, not themselves.
Pennsylvania's election prize is 19 electoral votes up for grabs. Historically, those votes carry a heavy weight. 77% of the winners in the last 31 presidential elections have won PA, and in a close race like this year, every vote matters.
Back in 2022, there was a Republican primary for the U.S. Senate, and the difference between Dr. Oz and Dave McCormick, who was the runner-up and is now our Senate nominee, was a little over 900 votes. So if you think your vote doesn't matter, that's a very real, very recent example of where every single vote counts.
Pennsylvania's House Speaker, Joanna McClinton, says PA has played a critical role for many presidential elections.
Pennsylvania has decided every election for the last few election cycles. When we think about President Biden's victorious election in 2020, Pennsylvania was the keystone state. Our former President Trump's victory in 2016, Pennsylvania was the key, and our President Obama's victories in 2008 and 2012. As Pennsylvania goes, the nation goes.
After the candidates spent millions of dollars on ads here trying to convince voters, it's now in the hands of the voters. In State College, I'm Jordan Spagnoli for the Centre County Report.
We are also watching election news tonight from around the country as both major parties battle for control of the U.S. House and Senate, as well as governor seats are up for grabs, and officials are watching for any issues at polling places. Reporter Thomas English is live in the Belisario Media Center. Thomas, what are you seeing tonight?
Thanks, guys. Security at polling places is under watch as multiple threats have been received across the country. We're keeping an eye on video coming in. It's in Michigan. Wisconsin has received threats to disrupt voting. We'll continue to provide updates throughout the night as we receive it. Live from the newsroom, I'm Thomas English. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Thomas. That's all for this election update.
We'll see you back here at 10 for our next live update. See you then.